Hi, I'm Jacob Hornberger, Libertarian candidate for president in 2024. Well, Donald Trump is going after Ron DeSantis again on Social Security. At a rally in Waco, Texas, Trump accused DeSantis of wanting to raise the retirement age on Social Security. And the mainstream media in reporting the event said that DeSantis had retreated from that position. So I looked up the word retreat, and it says withdraw in the face of an all-powerful opposition force. And I thought, well, what could be that opposition force that would cause DeSantis to retreat from this relatively minor reform? And I figured it's the same force that hits people like me, libertarians like me, who favor the immediate repeal of this socialist program and all other welfare state programs. Defenders of Social Security say, Jacob, you're just heartless. This shows that you're just heartless, that you don't have any care and compassion for seniors or for the poor, the needy, and the disadvantaged. This is such a crock. I mean, look at the funding mechanism for Social Security. Contrary to popular opinion, people don't send their checks into a fund where they earn interest. The funding mechanism is based on the Internal Revenue Service, which is probably the second most evil institution in U.S. history, second only to the CIA. It is based on coercion and force, intimidation, audits, incarceration, fines. There is not one iota of care and compassion within the Internal Revenue Service. And if you don't believe me, talk to a libertarian named Peter Schiff. You can Google him, find him on the internet. He's a finance guy. He will tell you what they did to his father, Irwin Schiff. When Irwin Schiff was 78 years old, they sent him to a federal penitentiary for 13 years. Not just because he had refused to pay his income taxes, but because, more important, because he was teaching people, telling people why they didn't need to pay income taxes. They hated this guy because he was threatening this coercive evil mechanism that lacks care and compassion that funds Social Security and the entire welfare warfare state. That's why they had to send him to the penitentiary, to send a message to everybody, don't tamper with this evil, coercive system that funds this socialist system. And when Irwin Schiff asked for an early release, he had terminal cancer, they said no. They told him, you're going to die in this penitentiary for your horrendous crimes. This man never lifted a finger of violence or force against anybody. And they made him die in the penitentiary instead of letting him go die with his family. That's the care and compassion that goes into this Social Security system. In other words, none. If you want to talk about real care and compassion, let's look at the system that our ancestors had for more than 100 years, who rejected Social Security and all other socialist programs. Family values. When parents get into a jam, they have cancer or some other illness, or they need money. This is the opportunity that children have now, who would be retaining all of their funds, the FICA funds, the income tax funds. That's the opportunity to pay back to parents for what they did for their kids, providing an education, raising them, and so forth. Neighborhood groups, church groups, ameliocenary groups. There's no doubt in my mind that immediately after the repeal of Social Security, there would be the foundation for the former Social Security recipients that would provide aid to them and that would be generously funded by people with money. Now we're talking about genuine care and compassion, the care and compassion that comes from the willing heart of an individual rather than through the coercive and evil apparatus of the Internal Revenue Service. I'm Jacob Hornberger, Libertarian candidate for president in 2024. My campaign website is jacobforliberty.com.